So now check out guys here. And the next third one in subblocks objects. The third objects will be what now? Package. Okay, right. So generally, tell me guys, in your Java also there, I think so, packages. Yes or no? Java people. So generally in Java, packages are why we need to create it, and how can you define package means? Java students, how can you define package? Any idea? It's a collection of methods, functions, what we can say, variables, classes, interfaces, all together you are keeping into one memory location, one folder is called as what now? Package. And why you gather this all the things and keeping into one folder? Why your methods, why your interfaces, why your classes, why your variables all together, why you keeping into one folder? Reason is what now? What is the purpose? Number of methods, number of interfaces, okay? So number of variables, number of classes, all together, keeping in one folder. Advantage is what? If I keep like this, what is that? Reusability. So whatever you want it, suppose some methods are there. Very oftenly we are using that methods in my client application. Okay, now? Number of times, the same method, number of times I'm using in my client applications. So in that time, what it was happened, the which method or which functions we are using number of times, okay, in our application or application program. So those kind of, that means the repetitions are number of times when we repeated. So that kind of things we are keeping into packaged memory. Because of reason, easily we can access whatever you want it. Easily we can access. Okay, we don't want to again recreate. We don't want to again recall from so-and-so location. I don't want it. Suppose if I created whatever I required, my required things we will be gathered together and keeping into one memory location. And that memory I'm keeping in my application. Then what it was happen in that memory, whatever you kept, that we can call one by one immediately from your client application only. Okay, now, so same as how can you define the package which can improve your performance to access your required methods, interfaces from the client application and reusability purpose. Okay, how we can say that? Same as in database also, in our Oracle, PLSQL also, packages are we are going to be using for the reason is what now? To improve the performance as well as you need to give reusability and whatever you wanted, required specific procedures, specific functions, specific variables, what you wanted, those things we have to take and keep under packages. And that package we are using our application. Then the programmer advantage is what now? In that package, whatever the package you importing in your application, from there you can take your required things. Okay. So same like this package in our database also. And previously, the before two objects we discussed, procedures and functions. But those procedures and functions, what we did individually, separately created. Procedures are created separately, functions are created separately. But these two objects, we never bind together. Yes or no? We are not binding. Binding means like combined. Okay. It never bind together. It never encapsulate together. Okay, now it doesn't happen that. So both are individual independent objects. Procedures are separately created and the procedures storing into separate data block memories. Functions are created. Functions also storing into separate data block memories. Okay, so that means procedure function, these are two different objects. And when we created these two objects without package, then two are storing into individualities. Okay, procedures are procedures, functions are functions. Okay, but package advantage is what now? Why should I want to save or store my required things in two different blocks? So those things I can save into one memory or one block memory. In that cases, packages will be using. That's why package simply we called as, guys, here. It is a collection of it is a collection of variables, okay, procedures and functions. Okay, functions together 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 and 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 stored in a single in a single unit of memory. In a single unit of memory is called as is called as what is that here? Package. So package is a collection of variables, methods, is nothing but functions, procedures together and stored in a single unit of memory is called as what now? Package. So this package's advantage is what now? Okay, so I can. So what we advantage here? To improve performance, to improve performance of database, to improve performance of database for accessing the required resource from client application. Okay, to improve the performance of database for accessing the required resource from client application. Okay, and the next one is what now? I can go for two reusable. So reusable of the required procedures and functions. Okay, and now, so one more advantage of package is what now? So not only to bind together and not only to improve the performance, not only reusable, even though by using of packages, even though we can implement function overloading mechanisms. Okay, now, so how you can overload your function in Java? Can I do it a function overloading in Java? Yes, we implement that mechanism same as in our PLSQL language. Whatever the procedures are there, whatever the functions are there, these procedures how can be overload? These functions how can be overload? So this kind of overloading mechanisms, if you want to implement, and that was also possible with the help of what now? Packages. That means without package, I cannot overload my function. I cannot overload my procedure. It's not possible. So when I want to overload my function or function overloading mechanism, if I want to implement, so there also we can use what now? Packages. So that means, what do you say? To implement the next advantage, to implement function overloading, to implement function overloading mechanisms. So these are the purpose and use of packages in our database. So what you say, if anybody asks you why we want to use packages in our Oracle, means the first thing is what now? to improving the performance of your database when you want to access your required procedures methods from your client application. Whenever you want to access it, okay, immediately I can use package, then I can immediately, my accessing performance will be very fast. And the reusability concepts, whatever, which function, which procedure you want to reuse again and again in your application, that I can immediately to import and reuse, and later function overloading also we can do it. Okay, now, so these are the purpose and package advantages. And what is package? What is package? Package is a collection of variables, methods, and procedures. Okay, now, right? And this all together saved and stored in a single unit of memory, and that memory is called as what now? Package memory. Okay, now, right? But these packages, how we want to create? Okay, how to create means, to create my package, there are two types of blocks we have. Okay, so here I will give it here. To create a package, to create a package, okay, we need two blocks. We need two blocks. So first block is called as, guys, here, that is called as a package specification block. Package specification block. Okay, and second one is called as, guys, here, the package implementation block. The package implementation block. And implementation block, even though we called as what now? Body. Package body we called. Implementation, otherwise package body. Okay, now, right? So now here, these are the two blocks I need to create when I want to create what now? Package specification or implementation. So let me see what is package specification, and in this block what we can do. Okay, by using of this block, so what we can do we will discuss here. And what is implementation? Okay, we will check it. So in this block, guys, here, specification block, what it was and what purpose means. In this block, I can declare my required variables as your program, as your requirement basis, how many variables you need it. Those variables I can declare. I can declare my procedures, how many procedures you want to keep in this memory, either single or multiple procedures, or how many functions you want it, that number of functions you can declare. So in this specification block, completely declaration part. We cannot do any implementations. We cannot write any logical codes. We cannot write any conditions here. It's just a declaration. Okay, now? So what we said here, in this block, so we can declare, okay, we can declare variables, whatever you want it, procedures, and functions. Okay, just a declaration. What is the syntax for this? This block syntax, how to create this specification block. So create or replace. So package and the package name. Okay, so is or as. And now you need to declare. So declared variables, and we can say declared stored procedures, and you can declare, okay, stored functions, and finally end and close. But in this syntax, can you see after to create your package is as, but there is a no begin statement, and packages is never take the statement what no begin. So because of reason, it's a memory automatically open, and that memory should be end. End is mandatory, but begin no need here. If you try to use begin, it was showing error. Okay, now so it never accept your begin statement. It taking end because I need to close my package. Okay, but I don't want to explicitly, I can't open that package. Okay, so that's why here packages creation we don't have it any begin statements. Okay, now right. So this is package specification block, and the second block is called as what now, package implementation block, and even though we called as package body. Okay, right. So in this, what we said here, implementation. Implementation means whatever you declared in this declaration block is nothing but specification block. So that every declaration of the things or resource we need to implement under implementation block. So that means declaration is in somewhere, implementation is in somewhere. Implementation means your logical code. So whatever you are writing, the logical code, program, logics, yes or no, that everything I can write under implementation block. So declaration in specification block, and those are declared whatever, how many procedures declared, how many functions you declared. So those implementation, those procedures, those functional logics where I can implement means I can implement under implementation block. Okay, so it means simply we can say, guys, so in this block, okay, in this block we can implement, we can implement the logical code, the logical code, the logical code of stored procedures, code of stored procedures and stored functions, and stored functions which we declared, which we declared in package specification, in package specification block. Okay, right. So in this, what is the syntax for this package implementation? Okay, so now we have here create or replace. Okay, so package, and here I want to give the statement is body. So package body and give it your package name, and after that is or as, then you have to implement now. So implementing, okay, stored procedures, or implementing, or what we can say, logical code. And finally end close. So your logical code of what? So shortcut I'm writing stored procedures and stored function. Okay, right. So these are the two blocks, guys, here. So whenever you want to create your package, these are the two blocks, and each block is having some specifications, what we can do in that particular block. Okay, so here, fine. That means in my package memory, I can save my number of procedures, whatever I want it, my number of functions, whatever I want is these two objects together. I'm storing into one memory location. Okay, now, so that's okay. But after saving the procedures and functions, these two objects I'm saving under packages. And after save and store under package, and how those objects I want to call. If I want to call a procedure from a package location, from a package memory, how we can call it? And if I want to call a function from your package, then how we can call this? Okay, now? So there is some syntaxes are there, guys, here. So write down below. Syntax was how to call a stored procedure. A stored procedure from a package. Okay. How to call a stored procedure from a package. So generally, our procedures are calling what now? Exec, execute, and we are passing what now? Procedure name, and off we are sending some value or values. Actually, this is our syntax. Yes or no? Yes or no? But now this procedure is not in database memory. Now this procedure, where it is now? In package memory. So that's why we should take the reference of what is that? Package name. The package name dot procedure name. So when your procedures are directly having in the database memories, I can directly call. But now my procedures where I kept in packages. So we need to take a reference of package name, the package name dot procedure name of values. Okay, right. This is calling of procedure. And the next one is same as how to call a stored functions. How to call a stored function from a package memory. So what is the general syntax of your function to call? Select function name of value or values. From which one? From dual. This is a general syntax of function to call. So now what we want to do, but this time we are calling function from which location? Package. So we need to take a reference of package name, the package name dot your function name, and pass your values from your dual. Okay, right. So this is complete information about your package. What is package? The use of package, how to create packages, and how many blocks we need to create package. What are those, and what is the general syntax of those package blocks, and how to call, okay, your required procedures and required function from your package memory. Okay, now, right. The same thing what we discussed here and what we said here, some practical examples we will see on these packages. Okay. So one small package I'm creating, guys, here. So create a package to bind, okay, multiple stored procedures, to bind multiple stored procedures in a single unit of memory. So here I'm going to doing here binding multiple stored procedures. Okay, as of now, single procedures we discuss. One by one procedures we created. But how together the multiple and number of procedures objects how to bind in one single program, in one single block. Okay. So how we can do that was by using of what now? Packages here. So let me see one small example on this to binding your multiple stored procedures in a single package memory. Okay now? Right. Let me come guys here as usual. So just go to your database now and come back here. So I want to connect with our username. So these are the common, okay, the properties you should be set it here. Okay, fine. And now come out and see. The first of all, I need to create my package specification block I'm creating. Okay, let you see. So create or replace. So I want to take package PK1, package 1. So is or as. And now I want to declare my number of procedures, how many you wanted. So procedure SP1, and I'm declaring here the procedure number SP2 and end and close. So in this specification block, we just declared our how many number of procedures we wanted. Okay, that many procedures we just declared here. The procedure SP1 and the procedure SP2. So now my specification is created. But after created the specification block, in this specification block, so how many procedures you declared here? 2 procedures. But here just declared, but the procedures cannot be implemented here. Yes or no? So your declaration is done, but this procedure implementation, like a body, where you have to write in your implementation block. So now I need to create one more, okay, the block that is called as what now? Package body. So create or replace. What is that? Package, and should be used which keyword? Body. Then what is the package name? PK1. That means this implementation I'm going to doing to which package? To which package? PK1. But don't create like this PK2. If you created PK2, different name, then it was not accepted here. Yes or no? Because what I said, when you create a complete package, we need to require 2 blocks. When you have a 2 blocks successfully created, then only your package will be successfully created. If 1 block is created, so declaration block created, but I didn't use implementation block, then your package is not created. Yes or no? So you can't do any action. When we can do action, when we have some implementation. So when we have some logic, then only my action will be performed. The without logic, can you perform action? No. So that's what we are there, just a declaration. That's it. But we didn't write any action. The action where we are writing under implementation block. Okay. Now, so that's why don't give it the body name different, because this implementation is belongs to which one? PK1. So that's why package name is same. Understand now? Right. So now I want to go to take your PK1. Okay. That means this body is belongs to whom? So and so. Head is separated, body is separated. So this body, my body is take to put into other person. What happened? Shape out. Yes or no? So your body, the which body to that person only attach. Then only it will be fixed and forming one shape. if मेरा बॉडी किसी को लगाया किसी का बॉडी मेरे को लगाया तो क्या होगा शेप आउट हो जाएगा okay so right so create or replace package body pk1 okay then is or as now implementation just remember what is your procedure syntax general syntax of stored procedure create or replace procedure name of some parameters next is or as next some variable declaration if you want it next Begin, write some procedure body, end. Yes or no? Same syntax I'm going to implement under package body. So just remember your syntax. Here I'm not doing any new implementation. Already procedures we know. We know how to create a procedure general syntax. Same syntax implementation under packages. Okay now? Right. So how we can do? So I'm going to use procedure because I can't directly write create or create or replace because already create or replace already defined. Already defined. Now what you say? Create or replace what? Procedure. So that's why again don't use create or replace under this because already this command was defined already. Okay. So directly you can write. So create or replace procedure. What next? Procedure name. What's the procedure name? SP1 of. Then after what now? Is or as. Suppose I was taking as keyword. After that, what now? We need to declare some variable if you want it. But here I don't want to declare any variable. I'm just binding my procedures together. So now as I have to say what? Begin. Okay now? So begin is over. Under begin, I'm writing one small statement that's called user-friendly statement. What is that? Dbms underscore output dot the put underscore line of what do you say? So I am stored procedure. I am stored procedure 1. Okay now? I am stored procedure 1. So some user-friendly message I'm passing here and end my SP1 because here multiple procedures are there. So which procedure you are going to end it. Okay, which procedure are you going to end? The procedure name is mentioned there to get some clarity. Okay, right. So after this is my SP, that means procedure P1, SP1, whatever we declared here. This SP1 implementation I was done under my package body. Okay, so declaration, that implementation successfully be done. And later one more procedure we have in this. What is this? SP2, the same as SP2 also. So how to write here? The procedure SP number 2. And here also is or as any key you can use. And after that, what I am using? Begin. And to print some user-friendly message here also. Dbms underscore output dot the put underscore line of what do you say? I am stored procedure. Okay, I'm stored procedure number 2. Okay, fine. And to executing this. And you need to do what? SP number 2 should be close. So SP1 close, SP2 close. But what should be close now? Package I want to close now. So now I want to close my package body. Understand now? I want to close my package body. And now execute now your package body created. So that means now successfully you created one package object. When this both both blocks are created, then only your package full-fledged. Understand now? So now, okay, sir, that was successful. We created PK1, my package, and now I need to call my procedure. But procedures we are keeping or we are implemented under packages. So that's why when you want to call directly, we can't call like SP1, we can't call directly because it's not having in the database memory. Now where I kept in package memories I kept. So that's why what we want to use, my package reference I want to use. What is my package reference? PK1 dot what you wanted, which procedure you wanted. P1 you want to call, SP1 you want to call, or SP2 you want to call. So that's your wish, your choice. Suppose if I'm giving SP2, but here carefully observe. In this procedures what we declared, do have any parameters? No. So I'm not using any parameters in this procedure. Without parameters, a normal procedures are created. That's it. Okay. And now you have to call that. So execute. And this procedure was there under PK package, the package reference name dot SP2. Then if I call SP2, then which statement will be printed? Which statement will be printed? What is the output of PK package? What we can say? Procedure 2 output is what? I am stored procedure number 2. Now let me see. So got it? I am stored procedure number 2 and my PLSQL procedure successfully completed. Suppose you want it, okay, SP1. So this output is what? I am stored procedure number 1. So once you keep your number of procedures objects in one memory, and which procedure you want it, that you can immediately access from your application. Okay, now that's what, that is the advantage of what now packages. Now write this entire program. Okay, right. So now, so this is only the procedures will be binding together. Okay, now in another example, let me see the next example. So create a package to bind stored procedure and stored function. To bind stored procedure and stored function. So in second example, the two different objects I'm going to keeping in one single PLSQL block. Okay, no? So that can be possible with the help of what now? Packages. And even though the help of packages, these two different subblocks objects, I want to keep in one memory, okay, and in one single PLSQL block, I can implement it. So how it was, let me see. In this example, let me come out. So now, as usual, you need to declare your or define your specification block. So replace is optional. Package PK number 2. So is or as, okay. And now I'm going to declare one first one variable I'm declaring here. Suppose X is one variable. Its type of number of 10 is equals to, I was given suppose 2000 rupees something, or 2000 value I was assigned this. And after that, I'm going to using guys here procedure SP1. And after that, I'm going to declaring here function SF1. And we should have function with some parameter. So I'm using some parameter here, A. And function always return. So the return type is what now? Number. And finally, enter the procedure, package specification block. And your package was successfully created, guys, here. In this declaration block, what I was declared means one variable I was declared with some value, and one procedure we declared, and one function will declare with one argument, the argument A, and type is number. And this function this function is also written, which type? Return type is number. So these are the declarations we over. Then come to whatever I declared that I can use under my implementation block. So I want to create or replace. So what I want to say, package body PK number 2. So now is or as, the first I have to declare my procedure. Okay, now? So procedure SP1. In this procedure is or as, okay. And after that, I require here one variable. So I'm declaring one variable A type. The A variable is A. And now I'm giving here. So that's what. And later begin. And now here I'm performing some operation. What is my operation? For example, here A is equals to X by 2 I was given now. So X value how much? 2000. So 2000 by 2. It means 1000. And the 1000 where it will save? Into A. And that A will be my output. Dbms underscore output dot the put underscore line of what? A. Got it my point or not? So now later end SP1. The procedure is ended. The next I want to implement what now? Function SF1 of the which parameter here? A. It's a number. And this function is going to be written, what I said, number only written. After that, is or as, now I'm giving here begin. And under begin, I want to return what I was written here, a into x. I want to return a into x. So x value already know, but a value, who will give it? User will pass it. So a value, how much are you passing? That value into 2000. Okay, now that value into 2000. Okay, and now end my sf1. Okay, and end my package body. So the package body is also successfully we created. And after that, suppose you need to call your procedure. How to call procedure? Execute pk number 2 dot sp1. If I call sp1, then immediately it will go to procedure sp1. In this sp1 procedure, what is the logic? A is equals to x by 2. That was x is equals to 2000 here. The 2000 by 2, 100, sorry, 1000, and the 1000 will be printing on my screen. So that is what, when I call sp1, it returns 1000. That operation is logic is implemented and returning some value. This is procedure how to call. But now if I want to call my function, how to call function? Select command. And what is your package name? pk2 dot, what is your function name? sf1. But this sf1 function is having how many arguments? One argument. And this argument value I need to pass or not? Yes. Now I'm passing my argument is 2. 2 from dual. So this 2 will be saved under where? A parameter. And the A parameter, it will be what? Returning. So A is a 2. 2 into 2000. 2 into 2000, how much return? 4000 is written. Let me see, the 4000 is written for us. Okay, now? So now in this PLSQL block, with the help of packages, so procedures and function, both I was implemented or binding or encapsulating in one single program. Okay, now? Right down below. Okay, completed. Okay, so this is another example to bind procedure and function. Okay, and later packages not only for these two bindings, even though we can implement what now function overloading mechanisms also. Okay, with the help of your package. Okay, but how to implement function overloading mechanism by using of packages? Okay, so that we will discuss on Wednesday. Okay, so your class was Monday